Knicks Nation, how you doing? This is Sincere from Sincere Knicks Fan 34. How are you doing? Man, I am, you know what, I got to be careful of what I say because my young nephew watching, so I can't say what I want to say, but you're going to feel me on this one. You know what I'm saying? What happened to our New York Knicks? What happened to our New York Knicks? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. I don't know if something was in the food. I don't know if something was in their drink. There was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, outside of Brunson, nope, you know what? Not even. No, Brunson did his thing. Brunson did Brunson things. Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride and Brunson was really it. Everybody else, I can't really say much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, before we even get into it, you know what I'm saying? Please, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you got comments, let's put them out there. I feel it's going to be a good one on this one. You know what I'm saying? All right. So now that we got that out the way, what on earth happened last night? The New York Knicks lost 121-90 to the Detroit Pistons. And I'm irritated. Because the idea was the Detroit Pistons, I said it before, I respect them. There are teams in this league, I respect every team in the league because it's not easy to get onto the NBA scene. The idea is the New York Knicks was going against the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons was the number one team in the East. The Detroit Pistons was number one in the East, New York number two. And this was our opportunity to let them know it ain't happening. It ain't happening. And what do they go and do? They leave a turd on the floor. Yeah, because that's what we was watching. We was watching a turd on national television last night, right? I mean, for real talk, just stats, just so y'all see. You know what I'm saying? Field goal percentage, 42% New York Knicks, compared to 54% from the Detroit Pistons. 3-point percentage from the New York Knicks, 43%. Not bad. Compared to 51% from Detroit. Free throw percentage, 92.9%. Not bad at all, right? We might as well call it 93% from the free throw line. That would normally probably relate to a win compared to Detroit's 68%. Offensive rebounds, 5. That's right, I said 5 from the New York Knicks. As a team, 5 offensive rebounds compared to Detroit's 14. Defensive rebounds, 25 for New York versus Detroit's 30. New York had 30 total rebounds compared to Detroit's 44. 15 assists for the New York Knicks versus Detroit's 25. And the New York Knicks had, I got to rewind that. The New York Knicks had 20 turnovers. 20 versus Detroit's 15. I've told y'all before, if the Knicks kept it under 13 turnovers a game, we could be very successful. Now, this is where it gets dark. I'm gonna be honest. Now, Karl Anthony Towns had 6 points. Karl Anthony Towns. Last time I checked, my dude was like maybe the 7th. He was somewhere in the top 7 in the All-Star voting. You had a big night to prove everybody why you are that dude. You had 6 points. You had 6 points, 6 turnovers, and 1 rebound. A 7-footer with only 6 points, 6 turnovers, and 1 rebound. There is something wrong with that. Now, don't get me wrong. Every player in the NBA has an off night. Every player has a bad night. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think the New York Knicks are going to bounce back. The thing is, I'm looking at Brunson. Brunson got 25 points, 0 assists. The problem with that is the 0 assists. Deuce was the only real bright spot outside of Brunson. Brunson had 25 points. Deuce McBride has 17 points, shot 66.7% from the field, shot 83% from the three-point line. That was the only shining silver lining in this whole situation. The New York Knicks played like garbage. Like, again, the only reason I'm using really, really good language because I know my nephew. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I know you're watching me right now, and so I'm trying to be the role model I'm supposed to be as your uncle. So for that reason, I'm gonna keep it G. I'm gonna keep it G. You know what it is, my people that's watching. I'm keeping it G. So the idea is, it was embarrassing. As a Knicks fan, it was embarrassing watching our New York Knicks play the way they played against the Detroit Pistons, who I've been talking about for the longest. Hey, we're creeping up. We're coming. We're about to overcome and overtake the Detroit Pistons. And we come out there and lay a goose egg. That's exactly what we did. We went out there and we showed fear, weakness, lack of energy, lack of focus, lack of defense, lack of heart. And you know what? I'm going to put that out there because I do think that there's some heart that was missing on that team. And I'm not just talking about what's pumping up in here. I'm talking about Josh Hart. Josh Hart, man, I really do think the New York Knicks are missing Josh Hart. I'm going to put this out there. The New York Knicks and Josh Hart. Josh Hart, in my opinion, is the freaking Draymond Green of the New York Knicks. What do I mean? And when I say that, I don't mean he's dirty, because he's not dirty. I think that he is the emotional leader on that team. Brunson is the head guy. He's the captain. There's no question. There's no doubt. But I truly believe that Josh Hart is the barometer for not only the success, but he's the one that really gets in and digs in to fire this team up and get them going when things aren't right. And when things are going real right, it goes real right. It goes great, right? And he's not on the floor. He's not been on the floor. We are now gone 4 losses in a row. And I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm going to keep this short because it was just bottom line embarrassing, right? There was no, I don't want to say there was no effort. There was no energy. There was no energy on the defensive end. There was no focus on the defensive end. I don't know why Cass was out there. People who are world-class defensive nightmares on team. Why we got people going backdoor on us, back-to-back plays? Where people look like they didn't know where they were supposed to be. Now, is that the player or is that the coach? Remember, Tom Thibodeau was let go because he didn't get our team to where it needed to be. Coach Brown was supposed to be the guy who utilizes all his talent, that he utilizes different strategies so that when things aren't going the right way, he can switch it up. He can utilize the talents that are available. And that's not what any of us saw last night. That's not what I saw last night. What I saw was a lot of one-on-one trying to beat 1 against 5 with Mr. Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I believe he was trying to do the best he could with what he had because he didn't have nothing but McBride. Outside of McBride, that was really it. Everybody else on that team, I know my nephew looking, so didn't cut the mustard. So with all that, the idea is our team got to get back to playing defense. The same way, see, we're trying to use Golden State principles. No. We need to have some Detroit Pistons. I'm talking about the Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, you know what I'm saying, Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed Wallace. We need that. We need that principle as the defense. Our defense creates offense. That's what got us the record that made us second in the East, right? In the top 7 in the league, right? That's what brought us there. Not trying to be Golden State. Not trying to be where we're playing hero ball, right? I'm talking about Jalen Brunson. Yep. Y'all don't like it? Y'all get at me at the comments because it's the truth. I said I'm a sincere Knicks fan, which means I'm about that, right? So the thing is this. Brunson did what Brunson does, and he keeps falling for the same old tricks. Yo, let's see if he'll go in and try to beat everybody by himself. What helped this team to be quite successful, at least for this season, has been a united front. And I said that's what we needed as a coach. That's what we needed as a team. Body movement, ball movement. That it's not all on one person. Because number one, it's not rare, it's not right, it's not fair. And with the way the league is playing right now, it's a collective attack. It's not who is the best athlete of the team. So Brunson has to learn how not to ball hog. He has to learn, which I think is has always been his strength. He is a cerebral player. So I don't understand why he keeps falling for the same tricks, right? We got the Clippers coming up very, very shortly, tomorrow. And I expect my New York Knicks to step up. I don't know if they're going to adjust and make the adjustments. If they don't, that's really an indictment on Mr. Coach Mike Brown. If they don't make the adjustments, that's an indictment on Mike Brown, because he was brought in to be the replacement for Tom Thibodeau, who is supposed to be a representation of change. And if that does not happen, I didn't see any change in terms of the pace yesterday. I didn't see any change in terms of trying to share the ball, move bodies. It was a constant. Whoever got the ball can go do their own thing. And who had the ball? Brunson. Karl Anthony Towns, I don't know if I know he was not well the other day, but the idea is this. There's no reason why my man had only 6 points and 1 rebound. He had equal number of turnovers, and those 6 turnovers hurt bad. Horrible situation. But the thing is this. The New York Knicks, we are where we are. We're still the second best team in the East. The Detroit Pistons whooped our behinds last night. They whooped our behinds. Thorough. You know what I'm saying? Like they came from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like they came from the Bronx, right? Harlem, what's up, right? It was a straight up beatdown, right? We need to get back to the principles that have made us successful. Defense, ball movement, 3-point efficiency, scrapping, scraping, working to claw, to get rebounds, get those offensive rebounds. I haven't seen us be that hungry for any rebound in the last 4 games. And I don't know. I'm not the coach. I'm not there at practice. So I don't know what it is that has let us be less than what we are. But the idea is we need to step up. We need to step our game up. We need to get more efficient. We need to be more effective. And we need to learn how to utilize our talent to its maximum. I'm gonna keep it like that because, again, I'm trying to be a good role model, people. So this is the thing. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. All right? You know what it is. All right? I'll talk to y'all later. Let's get it.